Hello, everybody. Oh, sorry. My hair's been a mess today. Just telling you. I was like, oh, I'll do 2-day hair. It'll be fine. And it wasn't. So then I washed it, and I don't know if I put too much of my product in or whatever. It was like flat to my head. So then I had to fix that again. And I don't know why it happened. But I was busy trying to gather things. So I'm sorry if I'm a little late. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Tammy. Yeah, it's just my hair. I need to get it chopped off. I like it short. So I hope nobody is upset that I'm going to be doing this. Oh, thank you, Beth. Yes, I saw your messages right before I came on. I was trying to get my sister-in-law going on stuff because she was only here for a few hours today, and that was a whole thing in and of itself. But then I was going through stuff and I was looking for things for what I wanted to do today, and I went back and forth and back and forth because tomorrow's show I'm going to go over the various kits that I will be having on Saturday morning sale at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then there's Mountain and Central, and I don't know which is which, so I hope that you can figure out what times that is. But I'll be posting it up today because I want to start promoting it today, but it will be fine. Michelle, have you gone to where the little bell is by the notifications? You might go on there and make sure that it's set to all, because if it's not, they won't send you all the notifications, which is annoying because I'm sorry if I subscribe to somebody. I want to know when they release a new video, but I don't know. It's just me. Dorothy, I'm sorry, doll. I'm going to watch your video after I'm done later this afternoon as I'm assembling kits. I'm going to watch it. Like I said, my sister-in-law woke me up when she got here. So that's what happened with all of that. That's why I'm off. Speaking of which, I just keep my phone to off. But if somebody could please remind me to take it out of recording mode at the end of the stream, I would be very appreciative. So, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to go over all of the kits, but I'm going to show you little examples of each one, and then those are things that we will be sold. But yeah, okay, I'll have to check. I know you're on at 11, but like, yeah, I know. There are certain lives that like I set alarms. Hello, Barbara, Michelle. Hello, Carolyn. But so yes, family is everything. All right, so the reason why I'm going to show you this version of the kit is because because there's a bunch of different ways you could go with this, and I just wanted you to. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. The necklace was beautiful. What I saw of it was beautiful. Loved it. Anyways, the reason I'm doing this, there's so many different ways that you could take these designs. So I just wanted to show you a couple that you could, just to have it as an example, for when you get them. Now, if you wanted this to be a kit, you can tell me, but I'm sure that there are going to be a certain number of people that use the kit as inspiration. They go and buy their supplies themselves and make them the way they want them or what they want their family members to receive, which is perfectly okay. I'm not upset by that, not mad about that. Everybody needs to be able to do what they need to do. The only problem is that Steve is going to spray paint a certain number of these snowflake frames gold, and then he's also going to do some rose gold so that, because there is no gold frame. I don't know why there's not. There just isn't. I've searched high and low unless I want to spend a ridiculous amount of money for them, which I don't. It's like as much as I spent for 100 of these in 3 different sizes. That's how much like a set of 4 are going for as well. So, hello Tina, hello Dawn. So I figured that, but there's going to be the different colors that will happen. Steve is on that. He is going to do that either later today or sometime tomorrow. So what we're going to start with today is that these, oh, you could do these in any shade of blues, which would be beautiful. You could do this in different themes if you wanted to. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can take this. I will, in each of the kits, which I don't know why I don't have them out for myself, there will be little silicone earring backs so that you can put them on the frame as you go so that you don't have to be like crazy careful or do one spoke at a time before you know what it is you want to do. So I will include 6 earring backs for when you design these. I'm hoping my clips will suffice because those I do have right at hand, or oh, they're there. They got bumped up. But like I said, I want it to be easier for you guys than I'm making it for myself. I have seen these kits go out. I have never seen somebody put a back on it. It just seems to always fall apart, or they have to do this, or they have to figure out the design all at once, and then they don't like the way it looks because it's not down to the center, and it's a whole thing. So, this will be a kit that will have the various sizes of seed beads, 11, 80, 60, because I would want all 3, so you can do that. You can also use glass pearls if you want. I have these little acrylic pearls. You can use acrylic ones as well. Unfortunately, I only go from this size to this size. And so that's kind of a big jump in sizes, but it might be okay once we add in the wood beads and the seed beads. But in case it's not, we're going to do that. Plus, I have a whole bunch of like Christmas things going on, and you guys are going to laugh because I bought this huge set of charms. And some of them are absolutely beautiful. Like this is actually a 3D charm. So are the bells. This is a snowman hat holding a gift and a Christmas tree. They're beautiful. They were part of another set, which though some of the gold are flat, they're not 3D, but they're still beautiful. Then you get into the colored ones, and some are just stunning, like these. And then, of course, there are the more like flat designs like that. And then there's these. Why is Santa yellow? Why is Rudolph yellow? If somebody can tell me, I would greatly appreciate it. Maybe I'm missing out on something and there's a reason. I also have like a white gingerbread man, not really sure. But I will say that For every ugly one I have, there are like 10 beautiful ones that I'm like in love with. And I'm going to show you how to use Christmas charms in a multitude of different ways, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, and if you really love the person you're making these for, you could use freshwater pearls. Absolutely. Maybe you don't want to use like your I'll call it Sunday best pearls. And in that case, I would recommend that you go through and you pull out any pearls that maybe have a flat back, maybe they are a weird shape, maybe the majority of the strand is gorgeous and you have like 5 pearls that you didn't like. Go through the pearls and figure that out. Like I have the strand of rice pearls that I have for you guys. But then I also had this other strand where some of the backs are flat or they're just like oddly shaped. See, the majority of this strand is very nice. There's just a few that are like a strange. So I couldn't grab them quick enough once I decided I was going to show you the freshwater pearls. I actually have a whole drawer of pearls that I saved for projects like this specifically. So, like you guys, we could use like these really pretty ones, but you can also just get glass or acrylic, especially if it's something like an ornament. But anyways, let me show you the best way to start and stock these. I'm going to go ahead and put my clips on the other ones. But you're going to want to start small. And so you want to start maybe with, really, come on, unless 11 O's won't fit on these frames. They will not. Okay, please tell me the 6 O's do fit. Now you're going to have a spot in the middle that is going to show, and that's why I'm having Steve spray paint these frames. Yes, Dawn, that's perfect. They are cute. How many, how much, and where? You guys better know how much I love you because I got them off of Amazon. There are 300 in the set, and I believe they were either $16 or $20. They were either $15.99 or $19.99. I can't remember. But there you go. I'm telling you. That way you don't have to. That's what I mean. If you guys are going to use the idea and like go off and do your own thing, that's perfectly okay. I'm not upset about it. So I hope nobody took it as that just now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the 8 O's and one of the little acrylic pearls. And then I'm going to do one of the little wooden beads. I will send you the link, Beth. Just know that that shows how much I love you guys. I'm not going to be one of those people that are like, nope. Mm-hmm. You could also strictly use check glass. I pulled, here, I'll show you. I snagged a bunch of, some of these are round, some of them are bicones. These are 6mm, these are 4mm. And you really know I love you because what do those have, ladies? AB. I like this the sparkle of this, but I know some of you like AB, so I even bought those. No, don't do the kids, sweetie. I was teasing you. It's totally okay. Honestly, I promise. Also, I have other colors as well, but I'm going to just put a certain number. I'm just going to put a certain number of each bead in. I'm not going to do out a perfect, like, this is the snowflake you have to make. And there are just enough of this size and just enough of that size and just enough of that size to make your snowflake. And you're getting the exact amount. Not going to do that. Not going to do that whatsoever. I am just going to put some in. You guys can do your own design. I will create one and take a picture of it to put up with the kit itself. That'll kind of show you the way that I laid one out. But I want you guys to be able to do your own. And like I have, not only did I get all of those, but like I have a gazillion blue options in my stash also. I have a bunch of like clear crystals with AB that I didn't use because they have AB, stuff like that. And like I have both 4 and 6mm silver daisy spacers that I will include as well. We could do that. Absolutely. Because I'm thinking that they will be in sets of 4 or 6. Like I would send you enough stuff to either make 4 or 6 snowflakes at a time. And then that way it's not like a one off, or you have to buy 6 different kits to have matching ones on your well, I hope you guys knew where I was going with that because I just completely lost it. Oh, so that you can have multiple of the same design on your tree, or you could even make 10 different designs, but so that you have multiple of the same ornament, the same type of ornament on your tree. So this is just one of the many ways that you can use these. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next spoke. The only thing I'm not liking is that there's like no break in between these. Let me see here. Do I have any itty bitty spacers right here so that I can break up the sizes? Because it's necessary to do this. I don't think those little ones will fit. You can always like make a bunch of really small jump rings as well. See, here's my 6mm, but I don't see my 4mm, even though I was positive I had them out. Okay, I have another idea. I'm going to undo this bracelet that I made that have a lot of the little spacers that I'm talking about. Because this was just like, I made it for a video. I didn't even put the clasp on yet. I must have done it on a live. But we can use these little gold hexagon spacers. That's the other thing. Like I can literally go down and get a bunch of different hematite spacers, so then they'll last for a long time. There we go. I just needed it broke up ever so slightly. Okay, then we're going to go back to the next one and we're going to do the same thing. And you'll see that as you go around, they'll all start to sit up just a little bit. That's why I was kind of hoping that the 11-Os would fit. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find some 10-Os so that they can move. But then you just like move the clip along. If your hands work. Like mine are not wanting to today. But like if you know like a more boho, you have like a boho friend, even though I don't really like that charm. Let's say rustic elegance. I like that term much better. But they're into that tone. Does this one just not have a hole at all? Oh, there it is. Like these would be perfect for them because, especially with the way that I finish it off, because it's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty. I will show you. I should have tested out the 11-Os before I took them all out of the jar. But you will see why I'm having Steve clip or spray paint all of these. And it's simply because you're going to see the center. Even if I could have got an 11-O down there, you still would have seen it. So, and if I do kits like these, then I will make sure that all of the tones match so that you don't have to worry about that. And then we will figure out what the next part of the pattern is going to be. As I was saying, you don't have to know the entire pattern, just like you don't with a necklace. Design an inch at a time. Design a repeat, and then maybe you want a different repeat after that, and it just so on and so forth. So I hope I haven't been off screen. So you can still see the stainless steel right in the very center, but it's not crazy noticeable. It's just noticeable to me. It's noticeable enough to me that I'm changing it. You can also do an idea that I've talked about before, and that is to make each of my family members a snowflake or another kind of ornament that has their birthstones on it. And hopefully those will be going down. Oh, really? Oh, Tina, that's cool. Hi, Pauline. Okay, in the very center, there are 6-0 seed beads, then a 3mm acrylic pearl. There's a hematite spacer that's gold, and then there's a wooden bead. So that's where we started. Now we're going to go on to the next little repeat. We'll have these Christmas ornaments over here, and my arm is sitting on them, and it does not like that. Okay. So then let's see, what are we going to do next to graduate to like the next size? I think I want to use these. And again, I might not want to use this like opalite with a wash on a bracelet, but I'm not stupid and I know that there is a use for it. Same with like maybe little 4mm, but see, that might be too big of a jump. Okay, I need a slightly smaller bead. What am I going to use? Ooh, I just had a complete block. Let me see here. If you guys could only see all of the blue beads I have pulled out, it's insane. Okay, let's see. I had a thought and it's just slipping my mind right now. Let me look and see if I have any like smaller crystals that would work. I think these are about the same size as those. Oh, nope, they're not. And they will match those. We have some little cube beads we can use. And I think that will be really pretty. Just to kind of have a little bit of variation. And then I'm going to go back in with an 8/0 seed bead with the clear bronze line seed bead. And then what do I want to do after that? Maybe go up to the next size bead. Nope, I want one of these. I would say that I would need a week to come up and just gather all of the supplies. So I would say 2 weeks just to account for the design process and then the gathering of the supplies and the invoicing and shipping. So I would say about 2 weeks. So yes, exactly. Yes, go on Beading Besties and show. It does take a village. How many men does it take to replace one woman? You can't count that high. But that, yes, I would just need time. That's it. And then let's go to the wood bead and then to a pearl. Now the only reason I'm not, oh no, those will be fine. That's the exact same size. So let's do it this way. Let's do it the pearl, and then we will do another gold daisy spacer, and then the wood bead, and then we'll be back onto the neck. These clips might even be easier than like the silicone backs on because you don't have to like keep going. You don't have to keep putting it on the end of it. So let me see how cheap I can find these clips and would be able to send them out to you guys. There we go. Another daisy spacer. But yes, if there were like very specific colors and shapes and whatever that you guys are interested in using, you would just need to let me know. But I don't know if you guys have made these before in the past, but these clips, yeah, Caroline's like, yes, we need those clips because it really does make it easy to go from one setting to the next. It makes it, instead of having to like sit there and cross your fingers and your toes and everything else that it's gonna fit. Yeah, this makes it much easier. The squares. Come over here, squares. I need you. I hope I'm staying on camera and you guys are getting all of this and I haven't just made a mess of things. I'm trying to do better. But it takes time, and even if I am not do it 95% of the time, I'm still gonna go out of frame from here or there. Oh. But yeah, I'm going to go over all the various kits tomorrow. I won't be making all of them. If there's ones that have like a specific technique that I feel like I need to show you, that's fine. Have you guys seen how those like crazy like ornament hangers that are like beaded and have like all these swoops and swirls and everything like that? Like, unless you have a 16-foot tree, why do you need a 6 or even a 4-inch hook? It does not make sense to me. So you don't have to have as many ornaments. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I can get these clips pretty cheaply or pretty inexpensively. So, and because they will also work as like, I use them over the Bead Buddies, I can't get those little springs open with my dexterity issues. I just can't. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. Okay, so now we're on to the next one. So I think I'm going to put another 6-0 on just to create a little bit of space. I don't know that I like that now. Or that I even like this. You do have to kind of, you don't have to get bigger with each like setting. I'm not saying that at all, and you can go from small to large. For some reason my brain is like, can't do that. But yes, and you guys, especially with all the different like sizes and themes and all of that of trees nowadays, like the possibilities are endless. Okay, now we're getting towards the end. So if you wanted to end with another pearl, but didn't want it to just be, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You wanted to have like, it's the grand finale kind of thing. That's where, like, see, I'm going to put a bead cap, a 6mm pearl, put that on the top. And then I'm going to use the second step because I have found that the first step just isn't quite long enough. But then that first spoke, oops, you were trying to center the hook. Yes. And you see why I don't like simple loops? I make them and they're always off to one side, and I don't know why. But with the kits that I'm doing for you guys, you're gonna have a variation of sizes. Maybe they won't all, oh, wait, what happened? No, you need to go all the way down. What did I think? I don't know. I don't know what just happened, but I had extra wire left right here, and then I just messed up my loop. So I need to go back and fix it, and I can just finish the end or trim the end off. I don't need to. Let's see if we can fix my loop. And there's nothing saying that your loop can't run over just slightly. But if you don't like that, you can always go in here and trim off the very end, or once you've figured out how much extra you have, at the end of your ornament, you can just trim that off ahead of time. Okay, and then we're gonna go this. Wrong, bigger girls. And I like that there was like this acrylic one is like actually a rose carved. So that's different. Should I have finished it off with this and done a smaller loop? Oh, nope, I'm gonna keep it like I had. And since I already know that I need to cut off like that much, I'm gonna do it before I ever wrap my loop. Nope, bead cap, stay down. I do not like my simple loops, you guys. This is why I do my variation. I just really don't like the way my simple loops look. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So, glass pearl. I was like, wait, what's next? Where did I just put the bead caps I was using? I'm not sure why I put it away, but I did. Okay, cut off the tip of this. I think I'm gonna bend it first so that I don't have to try to center it with the bead cap in my way. See, will you please get out of my way, sir? Okay, don't use the cheap, and I'm going to use the word cheap. I will be taking this apart, so I don't even know why I'm so focused on it, getting it correct, because it's just going to be taken apart at the end of this. I just wanted to show a variation in case you don't like. I have themes, so I think I'm doing red and green this year, but I want them to be like really deep red, really deep green colors. So in that case, I'm more likely to be able to make them by myself. We are also, I have some macrame ones that I'm going to show you guys. And then, in fact, I might even do one of the macrame since we finished up pretty quickly here. Even with all my jibber jabbering, I probably could have done 3 ornaments in that amount of time that I was talking, but you know. Probably. I will tell you, if you do not have the Nip-X that is like able to withstand all, oh, come on. This bead cap is making me mad. Don't do a bead cap on your last bead, people. Learn from my struggle. Okay, so there's our little snowflake. See, all my simple loops are. This one isn't closed all the way, so the bead cap keeps coming up. There we go. Okay, so you have these. These are all done. And you're like, oh, do I want to put a gold hanger on it? Maybe, maybe not. So if you don't, you can take a piece of leather. If I can find the end. Where's the end? There it is. I would say you're going to want to cut off at least, let's see here. So when I do it, I've got to have room for the knot. Okay, I think this will work, and I will tell you what this measurement is. Where did I put my ruler? It's okay, I can measure it over here. 6 inches, which is what I thought it was, but I wanted to be sure. And do I even know where one of my barrel knot thingies are? Oh, dang it, that's one of my drill bits. That's not what I thought it was. Anyways, you can either just do an overhand knot or you can do a barrel knot down at the bottom of your loop, cut off the excess, or you can do the barrel knot at the top, like I just said. If you want it to be really easy, you can just do a simple overhand knot, but you could hang it with leather. Last year, my theme was that I made all of the ornaments that were on my tree. So see, it's pretty. Know that I have like 10-millimeter beads and 8-millimeter beads. I'm not sending you guys just a bunch of 6-millimeter beads, although I really do like this. I think it is very pretty. I like the way that it started out. Hey, babe, I told everybody that you're going to paint the snowflake frames gold and rose gold for them so that they don't have stainless steel when they want to use rose gold or gold beads for their snowflakes. But yes, you could definitely put leather on it, easy peasy. Speaking of that, that's one of the little kits. And like I said, most of this I had supplies for within my stash, which is really nice. Like I literally have wooden rings in just about every color they're known to man. So let's see if I see them. Those ones are the oil, are the sealed ones. There's some. Okay. I will show you just how easy some of these are to make. Where are my 2-millimeter leathers? Those are probably down. There's my ruler, folks. I had it out. I just didn't know where I had it out. And you can obviously do these in whatever size leather you want to. Here's some 2-millimeter. That is just a rough cut. But I need to measure these anyways. So this is a good place where like 3-millimeter leather comes in. 12, 18, 24, 32, 42, 48, 54, about 55 inches. It's how much is this piece. This is third. So you're simply going to hold your leather in place, or you can actually do your loop and then do it. But I'm going to show you guys, like just with the knots I've already shown you, like the half hitch knot, you're just going to make a little loop, do that, come through, pull it tight. And then you're going to do it again. You're going to make a little loop, you're going to pull it through and pull it tight. This is not the alternating half hitch knot, Heather. What are you doing? Let me make sure I'm doing this the way I want to. This is what happens when I try to go on the fly. No, that is not the look I'm going for. Okay. Oh, ha, ha, ha. See, this is why I need to practice before I send out all these kits. So if we're doing it taut, we're going to go under. I'm just going to keep going. And obviously, you don't want to do it so tight that you can't go back and either squish this up at the top or have it in the center, like on the front of it. I'm also, this is a spiraling knot that I'm doing right now. You could also do it to where it doesn't spin around like that. And 55 inches is nowhere near enough to do this correctly. So I will have to figure that out. But I have multiple different knots that I can use to so that if you wanted leather on your to be a bigger one, that would be good. And if you got some itty bitty little red crystals or pearls, you could use those as hollyberry and go in there. You could also use green wire. There's like a bunch of things that you can do. Just know, as you just saw, this is also 3mm leather. So that's another reason why it was going through so much, was because this is 3mm, not 2mm. But you can also just take, dun dun dun, this is 2mm, and cut off a section of it. And don't worry, as we get closer, I will either re-record and release like the different ornaments again, just so you guys have it. Why are you not staying on? There we go. And then you're just going to have them in the center, and you're going to go over both and through and pull it up. And then you'll go to the other one and you'll go over, under, and through for the next knot. And then this would be the alternating half hitch knot. And then you just keep going. I'm not doing it correctly right now. I apologize. My memory recall has this happen. I've done this. I did these. You can attest that I made like a bunch of different ones. Oh my God, what a great idea for a kit. The family ornament kit, snowflakes, icicle, little things kids can do. A great new Christmas direction. That would be an awesome kit. Oh, that would be awesome. Great idea. Are you going to put out those kits, Beth? You know, that would be awesome if you wanted to. And if you had the mind and you wanted to, like these, this is blue lace agate. You can use actual gemstones. No, we are? Okay, good. Beth and I are going to be joining up on some projects for the holiday season as well as other times of the year that I'm very excited for. Oh, do you have a sports fan that's like a complete and total nut about their team? Hey, team colors. This is my team's color. You could do an ornament in their team colors. I wouldn't do that for my tree. My daughter was laughing at me yesterday when I was telling her about an idea that Beth and I had because I was a nut. I liked my Christmas tree to be just so. I only like warm lights. I don't like colored lights. It's a whole thing with me. Every year I do a different color scheme or theme or whatever, and those are the only ornaments on the tree. Now, when they were little and brought home ornaments, those went up on the tree for that year. But the majority of them were all like just so. But that being said, each of my kids had their own small Christmas tree in their bedrooms on the dresser next to the bed, and they got to decorate those however they want. We went and let them pick out ornaments every year, and it was like one of our family traditions, and they would hang them on their tree. They each had their own like box where all of their ornaments only were stored, things like that. So, oh no, I'm down for it, Beth. Babe, that's a great Christmas idea. Pandora football bracelet with the team. Seriously, that would be a great gift. That would be a jewelry gift I would let you buy me. And I say let because now that I know how to make jewelry and know how overpriced certain things are, I'd much rather buy $100 double A grade strand of pearls and make myself a necklace, pair of earrings, a bracelet with them. And but they would be a set you wouldn't be able to touch for like under $800 at a jewelry store. So that's so I have that. So then we go whenever we go to the store, new beads come out. Bernie either calls it, hey, an anniversary. This is an anniversary strand, Steve. Stuff like that. And so then he would just know what to get me. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more of these with you guys if I didn't just lose my mind and lose what I was going to make them with. Are you kidding me right now? I literally just had them. I grabbed them so that I could do one more with you guys and have promptly lost them. Well then. Dang it. Oh, also, what another thing I forgot to do. On the other ornament, this one, I would have this where the hanger was, and I meant to hang this little drop. So I'm gonna do that real quick here, and those are silver. And again, I'm not going to keep this together, but okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna use a silver ball head pin, Heather. It does not matter. There are some things that I just like I can be willy-nilly about, and then there are things I just can't. Um, and I guess this is one of those things. Now, because I want to do a very, oh no, I can't do it that big. Otherwise, I don't have enough room to spin around it once. So Let's open that. Attach it to the bottom. Ooh. Okay. That's good enough. But then see, when it hangs from the tree, that little drop pearl will be hanging down from it. And you could even like put a wood bead on top of it, or use the same bead caps, whatever, just the continuity of it. And then you can just have that hang down from the bottom and you're good to go. You could do one of the beaded angels and like use this as the robe and then do a smaller pearl up top and then do like a daisy spacer on top of that as the halo. That could be gorgeous. You could also take the earring kits that I made and make them up and make them ornaments. They would just be little baby ones. Like I might have to get Selena her own tree for her bedroom this year. And if I do, itty bitty angel ornaments all over her tree would be darling. So, wait, what? My husband's cousin, a wholesale dealer. I ended up, oh, wait, hold on. Well, let's see. My husband's cousin is a wholesale diamond dealer. Long story short, we were poor when we got married, then separated for 2 years and ended up getting back together. He wanted to get me a nice ring, so he called his cousin. I ended up with a beautiful 2.5 carat diamond that was valued at 20K more than he paid for it. I don't even really like it. Sounds stupid, but I feel like he bought it more for him and bragging rights. You do not sound spoiled at all. You don't at all sound spoiled because I picked out my ring. Steve proposed to me and promptly said, I didn't forget. This is planned. I want to take you so that you can go pick out your ring so that you absolutely love it. And although it hasn't fit me for years now, I still have it. My daughter used to wear it all the time. It's just this itty bitty little, I think it's like 3/4 of a carat, or half carat, I'm not sure, diamond on top. And then it's a rose gold ring and it has leaves that go in a C around the diamond. The only thing I never understood is why it wasn't a complete circle, because I would have liked that best. But it's beautiful. I still have it. We've talked about getting it custom made and so that the ring does go all the way around. Like we've discussed it. We just haven't done it yet. And so I have various costume jewelry rings that I have that I wear. Depending upon what outfit I have or whatever else. They're very nice costume jewelry, but that's what I'm doing now. Not because Steve doesn't want to buy me a new ring. It's that I don't know which one I want yet. So, and he knows that I'm a picky bitch. So, yeah. Anyways, I was going to show you another design before I went off on my little tangent. Let me see. Um, when I say I pulled out all of my bluestones, and then there's probably 20 little glass bottles right here next to me. There's a strand of blue things. I have these are all window beads that I've So let me get these out and I will show you a variation where the size does change and go like up and down and in size and whatever. So I think I want to do like this more tealy blue color because then I can pair these pearls with them. And I can do the window beads. And then I will use silver with these ones. I don't need that many. I only need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These. Where are my little? I just need some itty bitty littles. Where's my? Oh, there's my silver box. Okay. I can't wait till we get this figured and like my silver box is actually like on there. I don't know if those are gonna fit, but we're gonna try it. And then I need one like medium. These not. No. Oh, but I just almost dropped an entire thing just now. And I have these. I found these. These are the right. Okay, so these are size 6 Toho seed beads in dark peacock. So we'll use those for the center. Get all of the clippies attached again. And we will put together one more. Just so I can show you when you use the various sizes. And like go up and down in size. There it is. I was like, come on, I know I had one more. Ow, where is it? So obviously we are going to. Actually, I want to see if these fit first. Oh, I already pulled some of those out. I'm hoping these will fit. They have a larger hole to them of all of the itty bitties. Yep, they do fit. Perfect. Just give myself a little bit more room, and that almost covers it completely, but that's okay. Then I want to put that on there, but it needs something in between it. Steve is probably screaming. There they are. Screaming wherever he is, going, babe, this is where they are. They're right here. I just wanted a little daisy spacer before I went to the next thing. And I happened to have both 4 and 6 in here from a time that things were spilled. Or 4 and 5 millimeter. The difference is so small. And this is what I do. Anytime I want to find the 6, I just pull a bunch out. Those are the 6 millimeter. 6 millimeter. I need at least 6. If I'm going to use the daisy spacers, even though I'm not to that part yet. Or let's see if I just see them. Okay, I think I did indeed find 2 more. 1, nope, that's a little one. 1 more, Heather. Right there. Okay. Now we have our silver daisy spacers. I want to do a little 4 millimeter one on here. If I can keep it in my hand. 4 millimeter. And then let's see here. Because these would also go. They're just not as like, yes, those match perfectly as the other ones were. Let me see what other ones I have pulled out here. Those are a little You see all this AB? Beth is probably like, those have my name on it, right? The little disc spacers that I got in a box. Here we go. Not quite the same teal, but it's a Christmas ornament. I think it's okay if they don't match exactly. Or, what size are these? These are the same as the other disc spacers, but I think these are slightly smaller. But even if they're not, it's okay. Even if they're the same size, which they are, it's okay. We can use both. So let's go to, where did I just put those down at? I actually think I'm going to take this off. One of these instead right there. Because I want all the sparkle on this one. And then we can go to the 6mm one. Like that. That's really pretty, but I want a crystal. Okay, I need a little crystal. Those are too big even for, I want like a 4mm. Ah, where are my babies? I know I have itty bitty crystals over here. I hope these ones will fit on. Let's see if those fit. Then I can do like, and they don't. Okay, well then, those don't work. I hope you're all working on your project and not sitting there like twiddling your thumbs going, can this chick just get it together? Here, I will use one of these. There we go. We can go to this silver. And then we can go to the 4. The 4mm, and then let's get one of these off without stabbing me with the pokey bead, the pokey. Come on. You know, that wire that's even worse than those baggies that drive us all mad. These are most definitely worse. But they also have little seed beads that you know what I'm gonna do, right? We're gonna use these little AB side things instead. Then we can go to that, and then to, let's go ahead and put the 6mm right here. We can go to, those are brios, so those won't work. Oh, but I have an idea that if it works, will look really cool. Let me see here. What other, those are really blue. Nope. Here we go. These are some of those little triangle beads that are so light blue that they still work right there. Then we can go to the silver corrugated. Yeah, the silver corrugated, and then we're gonna go to the 6mm, so we go up in size. And then we're gonna go to the little crystal disc spacer. And then we will go to one of these. We're gonna do that the opposite way. I'm gonna do this. And then we'll go down to the silver. And then we'll go to this one. And then we can go back down to the baby spacer. And then we can go to these for the crystal. Oh, I forgot I had these. Let's put that directly on top of the crystal. Then we can come in and pull in one of the big turquoise pearls like that. And then we can go down to a smaller crystal. Let's do this 6mm like that. I'm stuck. Okay, let's go on to the next spoke until I figure out what I'm gonna do. AB 60. Okay, I know why I was stuck, but we're good because I have a way to fix it and I'm really excited. I forgot I had something on the table. So we are going to go to the 6mm spacer right here where I wonder if it will fit if I do that then. No, this needs to be. Let's do the peacock pearl. Yes. And then this. And then I'm going to stop till I get to that point on all of the spokes. Crystal speaker, big bicone. I actually think I want to go in with that there to put a little bit of, yes. Okay, we're that far. I'm sorry if I'm driving you all mad by going back and forth, but this is just the way I design, and because I didn't have this design thought out. And that's the thing. Are you guys good with the fact that like I'm just gonna put together like some beading groups? Like I could put all of these same colors in, but I'm sure there are those of you at home going, no, Heather, use this, do that. So I just want you guys to have the freedom to mix it up. Kind of like Sarah Lovecraft always says, this was my idea, but if you see this put together in a completely different way, once you've bought the kit, it's yours. You can do whatever the heck you want with it. And you do not have to worry about my feelings being hurt because that would just be silly of me. in my opinion. There are some kits, obviously, that we all are like, nope, that's exactly what I want it to look like. And we make the design exactly the way somebody else did. I've done that. Used to do that with a lot of Kelly Sutton from Kelly's Bead Boutique, which she's retired now, but gonna be designing again and putting up, I don't know. But I'm excited. I don't think everything needs to be a kit for her just to put together a beautiful design. I need more disc spacers. I didn't need that many, but it's okay. But that's why, even though I don't like AB, I bought AB beads because I know that a lot of you do. And I don't want anybody to ever think that, like, oh, it's because that's a bad idea and we shouldn't be doing it that way. No, you're totally cool to do it. If you like the AB, go for it. We're all different. If we were all the same person with the same likes and the same everything else, this would be a very boring existence on this planet. Just like I love designing with little kids because they don't have any of the like rule hangups that all of us do. That's going to be like, I need that one exactly. I have a feeling. This one is gorgeous. This one might just actually make the cut and stay together. Or I'll take a picture of it, let Steve spray it with bright silver. Not because it's necessary, but because that's who his wife is. And he knows it and he loves my crazy. So I'm a lucky girl that way. Okay. Now, is this where we put the pearl on? And do we want a bead cap on either side? Do I have bead caps right here? If not, then I'm not going to go run around for them because we've already done that enough this video. I think just putting a daisy spacer on either side will be enough. Even though they're the smaller ones. Yes, I just love that little glint of silver. And then I want to go down to the smaller. Do we want to go up? Or do we just want to end with the window bead? My colors might end up being teal and no, I don't like that. That's too big. Does the frosted, I think everything has to be sparkly. Because even the satin pearl, who do I need to invite for a beading? Oh, Kelly Sutton? Yeah. I was giving it a few days before I like brought it up with her because of the stuff she shared about her husband. So I was trying to be respectful of that. But yes, I agree and I want to do so. That's the wrong blue. And you guys, like, I have plans for some like deep blue the really dark, I think they call it Montana blue. That's just like really, really, really dark. Where are the ones I wanted to end this with? I thought I had them right here. Or are we just gonna end with the other crystal disc spacer? Maybe if this is on top of it, it will be like the right. Just what needs to go in between. Does it look okay with the matted? No, I'm not sure fully, but yeah. Yeah, I adore Kelly. Her and I have a really good relationship. She's so funny. The funniest part is that I named my dog, that is like my dog will be my dog as long as she's here um on this earth. But she is like, her name is Sutton. She's not named after Kelly Sutton. There we go. What do we think of that, guys? Maybe we go ahead and we put the 4 on there. Does this just cover it all the way up? It doesn't cover it all the way up. Instead, I'm going to put 2 there. I'm going to put 2 on either side of this. Since we are using the little babies, if we put 2, it'll, yes, that's what I want. So why did I not put 2 on the other side of this? 2, pearl, 2, and this is what I call bead FOMO. I'm afraid of missing, like if I don't test every single one of my ideas, then I'm going to miss out on the perfect one to finish off the design. Yeah, do I want to do that and then put that? Nope, don't like that. Maybe this is where we put the itty bitty silver beads. Nope. I don't know. The mat is throwing me off. I can't decide if I like it or not. That is honestly what the issue is right now. I just cannot decide if I want to stick to the sparkly. If I had any other like shape, I also had like, here, maybe this will help. Nope, I still need a crystal in between those 2. And I say need like in the crazy part of my brain. I know I have crystals, so I don't know why I'm not able to find them right now. And it's driving me crazy. Oh, wait, what about these? Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Got it. Even though it's the only bit of white, I still like it. Okay, where did I put those bead caps at now? Right in front of you, Heather. Yep, That's what I like. I'm still gonna clip it. Take it off the next one. Okay. 2 babies. My brain is going in hyperdrive right now. Wondering if I do in fact like that white. We will see, but that is why I did not like. I don't know if it's because of the silver that I don't like it. So I might just check to see if that's what it is. If it's the silver I don't like on it. Nope. I don't know how I feel about it. So we're just gonna go to here. And on this side, we're gonna do 2 little ones. To the pearl beads. 2 more. I don't think I like this white, but I've got to think on it for a minute because it might just be me saying, but you didn't put it anywhere else on the ornament. Oh, that's a 6mm one. Blue satin. Come on. Oh my gosh. Why is this one not going on? Okay. It's the coating on the outside of the glass pearl, but I don't want to bend this up. Instead, I broke the pearl. Do. Okay. Now, I need to decide if I like that, and if I don't, how I'm gonna rectify. Huh. Um, Let's see here. I can't seal my little dishes right here, or little jars. There's stuff in front of them. So I'm probably missing like the perfect solution. Because I'm not seeing all of my options. And I am seeing that there are a ton more blue over here. So let's see. No, those are pink. They're not clear like I thought they were. Okay, we're probably just gonna end this as is. When I finish opening my Amazon order with the other Christmas stuff I have in there. Or if I decide to use these and add white in another spot somewhere within the design, maybe in between here, I'll put a little white crystal right there, and then the white up here will make sense again. It might be that I just don't like the teal disc spacers. I'm not entirely sure, but we've been together for an hour and a half, and I have like there. Yeah, I like the mat. Yeah, that's why I might just add it in the design earlier, so then it makes sense for it to be up there. And then I can end with the frosted window bead. Because yes, I agree with you. I love this crystal. I think I just want it all the way at the top. So I've just got to figure out exactly how I'm going to go from point A to point B. I have 4mm bicones in the same color, so that might be how I end it, but we'll see. I will make a picture. I mean, I will take a picture and go there. Yeah, exactly, Polly. Put it in the white there. Beth, if you're able to talk, I don't have anything planned after this, except for fixing this ornament. But I love you all. I'm excited to go over all of the different kit options with you. If you guys are like, nope, we just want a design already done that we can put together, let me know. I do like the idea that Beth had about putting together some kits where everybody sits down and gets to make their own ornaments. That could be fun. And you know, I have some 2025 little charms that could go on them. That would be really cute. And then we can just go from there. But guys, I want to go ahead and let you guys go, and I will see you all later. As always, happy beading.